All right, guys, we're walking into New Era Marketing. We're about to check out this awesome GTZ-380 right back here. This, if you guys haven't seen this bad boy, it is large and in charge. We're going to let you guys know about the ins and outs of it, give you guys a demo. We're going to do it right after the intro.
Hey Chris, hey man, thanks for coming in here to see the projectors today. Man, I've got a big one going today. This is the GTZ-380. This is the flagship of the Sony projector lineup, and it is an absolute monster. We have a full 10,000 lumen triple laser array projector running here today. Running with our flagship processor, the X1 Ultimate for projector. So with this projector, we are able to create some just jaw-dropping images from a lot of horsepower and a lot of processing and control of the image. So when you get projectors bright, you typically run into a couple of issues. You know, brightness can be relatively easy to do, but when you get bright, you start to lose color or you'll start to lose contrast, and in a lot of cases you're going to lose both of those things. But we've taken a really unique laser approach with this, using the Sony Z phosphor laser. And that laser, combined with additional red lasers and blue lasers, allow this GTZ-380 to hit full 10,000 lumens at 100% of DCI-P3 color accuracy. Now, traditionally, a projector, to get that full range of color accuracy, requires color filters. And of course, the problem with color filters is color filters are going to knock down your brightness. But by adding these additional red and blue lasers to our Z phosphor, as you can see with that image, man, we are able to get just an incredible color range and also maintain phenomenal brightness here. So it takes more than just brightness. You have to have the right imagers. We have our Sony exclusive built, designed, and engineered SXRD panels in this projector. That's a red, a green, and a blue chipset, each one using 8 million individually adjustable pixels, so we get true native 4K resolution. That 4K resolution is then passed through that massive 110 millimeter RF lens. This is an 18 element all glass lens system, again designed, engineered, and built in-house by Sony, that just gives us some phenomenal edge-to-edge focus and detail. Our color accuracy, our contrast is maintained throughout the entire light path. And as you may see here, it has an amazing amount of shift on it as well. So we can go above the screen, below the screen, or in the case of how we're setting it up today here, I'm actually a good bit off center on the screen, and we are still able to hit the image perfectly. The projector is also designed for use in commercial or high-end home cinema. So as such, it is designed to operate very, very quietly. We do use a liquid-cooled mechanism on it, and here in the theater, even with the no other audio running, it's just hardly noticeable at all. Extremely quiet for this level of projector. And then finally, that processing element. You can have the best of everything. That 4K imager, those optics, all parts of that image. But if you don't have the ability to handle every single bit of content that comes into it, that's where a system can fall apart. And this is where our X1 Ultimate comes into play. So the X1 Ultimate combines the best of the Sony projector technologies and video processing technologies that have been developed over, 30 plus years now of processing excellence. We work hand in hand with our partners over at Sony Motion Pictures. If you go to a movie, you go to a football game, you go to any major sporting event, you go to almost any television studio around the world, you're going to see Sony cameras shooting the content. You're going to be seeing Sony cameras doing the editing. And then of course you go to a movie and you're watching a movie on a Sony built projector in many high-end cinemas. So the fact that we have every part of that professional production side down really gives us a unique edge on reproducing this content here in your home. So we can take not only this pristine 4K HDR video content and make it look great, but we're going to take every bit of content that you have and run it through things like our dual database reality creation. The dual database reality creation is going to take your content and look at it on a frame-by-frame basis and clean up the detail that was lost in the compression process. It's going to have a completely separate database that looks for noise and defects in the image, things like macro blocking or that banding that we want to rub out of the image, but it's not going to distract you from the natural look of the film by taking away things that are supposed to be there. And then finally, with that dual database, we have this massive file of images that we've compiled over the years. So it looks for things. It looks like facial details, patterns, shapes, trees, clouds, whatever it may be. And by identifying objects in the image, it can again restore that detail that was lost through the compression process. All right, so let's take a look at a demo and see what this GTZ-380 can do. So we've just got some jaw-dropping color and brightness, but even in the very dark black scenes here, we're able to maintain deep black and also get really high peak color and brightness all on the screen simultaneously. There's a city shot coming up right here. Absolutely love. So this is the Spears & Munsell 4K HDR disc video montage playing at 4,000 nits. The projector is set at currently at 80% of its adjustable brightness range, which actually is its default out-of-box setting. So it can actually go even a little bit brighter than this, but we typically run it below that max brightness, so it has room to adjust and has dynamic range, more dynamic range available for those high peak brightness scenes. Another beautiful thing about it is it can also be dialed back. So if your image is too bright, there is such a thing. You can really be very customized and very well calibrated to meet the screen requirements of any room. Crazy as it is, with this level of brightness, and we still sell a lot of these projectors going onto screens that aren't just massive. The smallest screen that I've got on record right now for it is 114 inches, and the client chose this projector. It's like, I was like, seriously? But hey. I get it, because the client chose this projector for the quality of optics, the quality of the color, the black level that it produces, and the fact that we were able to throttle it back to not just be so overwhelming on that size of screen. And of course, he also wanted to be able to view it in much higher ambient light, so at times, so when he needs that horsepower for a lot of ambient light. It has multiple picture modes. We've got a total of 18 different presets, 9 for HDR, 9 for SDR, that can be all individually selected on the fly. So we can easily adjust to the room brightness through some macros in the control system. So this is a really difficult part here on the Spears & Munsell disc. We did switch over here to the 10,000 nit version of this recording, 10,000 nit, a full Rec 2020 color space. And this really goes to the tone mapping ability of the projector. As bright as this is, even with 10,000 lumens, I'm not producing a 10,000 nit image. So what we have to do with this image is deal with some tone mapping. So this image, if you were to see it without any tone mapping applied at this level of brightness, these three poor horses would just be in a lost field of white. You would see absolutely no detail around them. But here with the proper tone mapping provided by the X1 Ultimate processor, we can still see there's grass in that field they're grazing on. There's mountains and trees in the background, and it's this frame-by-frame tone mapping we're doing with the X1 that allows us to handle content of any brightness.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and end up this video here. This image is just stunning, right? This is a 150-inch Sievertson screen. Woven screen with the GTZ-380 right back here, and even with the lights on, you guys can see that overhead and you also see that I left the door open to the warehouse back here. But this thing it has all the firepower to light up any size image that you need it to realistically. So I highly recommend that you guys check this thing out if you haven't already. If this one is within your price range, definitely recommend you guys come out and check this one out. If you guys want to purchase this stuff, you guys know who to contact. Leave links down in the description. That's all I got for you guys. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.